So, hello. You know, it's been a while since since I've posted anything or really put anything on here, but life is good. I hope everything is well with you. I've been good. I've been grinding, staying busy. I live out in Vegas, of course. You know that. My birthday was a couple weeks ago, and it was crazy. I was supposed to post this for my birthday, right? I'm just so anti social media these days. I'm over it already. It's just like I don't have to uh, post every. You know what I mean? I'm just I'm past that point. But I told him that I would do it, so here I am. I'm doing it because just wandering around. You know, another day. It's going to enlighten someone's day. It's going to help someone. Um, and who knows? It may change my mind about social media, but right now I'm over it. So I just learned something the other day, right? Each one of these bridges, like this bridge right here, and this bridge right here, that helps pedestrians get around and over Las Vegas Boulevard, costs $20 million. Each one of these, 20 million, 20 million. That's 40 million right here for a bridge. So let's get into it. But first, before we start, I want to give a shout out to the good folks at Benjamin Brand, Felipe and Mikkel. Look me up. So it's my birthday, and I live out in Vegas. Those of you that know that, all 15 of you, y'all know I live out here now. So I love to wander out here because there's so much to do out here that it's almost impossible to do it in one day or in a week or in a month in some cases, or really experience it and enjoy it in a year. There's a ton of things to do out here. So I take my time, I pace myself. So I was like, you know what? I'm on some grown and sexy shit. So I'm going to Cosmo. So um, those of you that know, Cosmo is amazing. It's one of those places that they market to the young crowd. That's the crowd that they're looking for. And from the sky, it looks like a whole bunch of diamonds. Now, I'll tell you one thing, you know me. Those of you that do know me, I don't really wear jewelry or, you know, anything of that sort. But you gotta admit, that watch was damn. You know what I mean? That was crazy. It's Cosmo and Aria. I'm like, oh my goodness, that whole situation they have going on over there. I'm just like, oh my goodness. As you can see, you know, um, I was blown away. So I had to see what was in this place, and a couple different people have told me about uh, uh, speakeasies. All right, so here it is, y'all. We're coming up on it. It's called the Barbershop. So this is supposedly a barbershop, but also a speakeasy. Let's go check it out. See what we can get up in here. It's an exclusive spot that they normally would you would have to have a password or some you would have to know the person or have some sort of connection to get into or to get access to. So they have 4 or 5 different speakeasies in Cosmo, and a lot of these places, so they don't really in a lot of those places they don't have you don't have to really have a password. You just have to know about it, and they'll let you in, which is cool, because I don't know nobody out here. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know who to get the password from. Like, damn. Like, so I'm like, shit, just let me in. You know what I mean? So I go to this one spot, and it's a it was a barber shop, in front of you know, as you can see, you got to check this shit out. All right, so here we go. It's the barbershop spot behind me. We about to go check it out, okay? We got the guy. Remember, he wasn't there before, but he's there. He's just checking it out. It's a barbershop, right? Let's go see what we got up in here. Come around, walk around this way. How you doing, boss? I'm good, I'm good. All right, thank you, sir. Okay. Hello. Come in, then you come through a janitor closet. And oh, this is exclusive right here. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Thank you. Got it? My man, I appreciate you, boss. And I was blown the fuck away. Like at first I was just like, yeah, whatever, you know. But when I got exposed to it, I was like, whoa, okay, y'all really doing some shit back here. Like, damn, you know. And yeah, the experience was amazing. And it's exclusive. There was another one that I liked. It was behind the pond. There's the second one. It's called Beauty and Essence, a pawn shop, right? That's what it says it is. Let's go check it out. I don't think all these people are coming here to pawn some stuff. Let's go check it out. But we'll get to that one in a second. So this first one that I went to behind the barbershop was just so cool. And no TVs in there. It was actually a Sunday when I went out there. So I had left the sports book and I went down there and I was just like, you know, I didn't really know what to expect. Just sexy, man. Look at that. So right outside, it was a barber shop. In here, a live music venue. You got people just chilling, kind of lounging and doing their own thing. And then the bartender. It's his birthday today too, my man. Going in there. But I love the ambiance. Like, you know, if you want to take your lady somewhere, if you have to, you know, business dealings, somewhere to where it's just focused on interaction versus being entertained. You know, your entertainment is the interaction that you have with the person or the peoples that you're with, or just maybe the bartender. But I loved it. I was just like, whoa, this is fucking super dope. Like, you know, they had a stage in there. They do karaoke. Now, y'all know I love karaoke. I'm that guy when it comes to karaoke, you know. So, yeah, I definitely have to check that other spot out. I definitely have to check that spot out. The other one was the one that was behind the pawn shop. So we got a little pawn shop front, and then everybody's going to the back. They must have the goods in the back, so I'm going to follow them. It's like on a whole nother level, you know. So I'm a bartender, right? I'm bartending out here in Vegas. So as a bartender, you know, we tend to watch and just critique, whether we say it or not. We all do it. If you're a bartender, you watch and critique the bartenders that are making your drinks when you go out. So I'm watching, you know, while you're shaking, I'm counting too. You turn that bottle up, I'm counting too. I'm like, hold on. You know what I mean? Like, I know, you know what I mean? And I mean, just the experience that I had. Like, I walked around that place. I looked up and I was just like, yo. So I'm just walking around. They looking at me like, you know, you obviously not from around here. I'm like, so that's the door I just walked in. Pawn shop on that side. And we got a whole we got a whole lot of craziness going on up in here. It's a whole different kind of vibe in here. So we're just gonna come sit at the bar and grab us some drink here. Hello. Just one. Can I sit at the bar? All right, thank you. You know what I mean? But the food was amazing. The drinks were amazing. The presentation, I was just blown away. You know, um, on top of that, they got the robot making the drinks out there at the Venetian. You know, so I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? So I go and check the robot out, and I've seen this a couple times, but I'm just like, well, let me check it out. All right, payment completed. Let's see them get it. Man, robots are making my beverage. This is like super. This is like the coolest thing to me. I love it. 20 years, I'm not gonna have a job. This is how it's gonna be. You just go up to the restaurant. So if you don't want the robot to make your drink, there's this lovely lady over here. She will gladly do it for you. This is super cool right here. So just gonna let him swing around here, and this is what it's come to, guys. It's not long, okay? It's not long before we're all out of work. Oh, now that's just amazing. And they put it down, they set it down perfectly for you. Let's go look at it. Let's go look at it. All right. All right, let me try it. Wow. Okay. The drinks weren't that bad. Now, don't get me wrong. Me personally, I think I prefer a human to make my drinks because he ain't shake that motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. He ain't shake that motherfucker. Like it was good, but you got to shake that motherfucker for it for all the juices and the ingredients to infuse and really like come together in the drink, and it to really taste the way you want it to taste, you gotta shake it. You know what I mean? So the robot, it was cool. You know what I mean? It was dope. You know what I mean? To have a robot making my drink. But eventually I feel like they will make a robot that can really shake it, and we're gonna be out of a job in like 20 years. Like that's they taking over. Another thing is that fucking spherical structure. All right, that right there is the MSG sphere. I think a while ago I had made a video showing the sphere, but they were still building it. Now it's complete, and that's what it looks like. They put all kind of stuff on here. Sometimes they put the moon up there, sometimes it's the Earth, sometimes it's the NFL. Today it's that. Around 10 o'clock it becomes the moon. But really cool. I'm fucking blown away by that. I'm anxious to see what the fuck is in there. From what I've heard is that it's an immersive experience. There's no bad seat. So, you're enclosed in this dome. There's speakers all around you. Floor to ceiling screen. Like, okay, all right. So I'll check that out and I'll keep y'all posted. But I don't do this a lot. And when I come across something that I'm interested in, I'll say something. I went to this one museum, which was off the strip. It was called the Museum of Illusions. Playing cards with Phil, and Phil. I would highly recommend checking this place out. Oh my goodness, super dope. It just played on your perception. So I first did this, right? And like, first I came and I turned here and I scared myself with myself. And it's like the whole room is moving here. Oh boy. You gotta walk through this thing. You gotta hold on to this rail right here. Oh boy. Let's make it. We gotta make it. It's one of those things. Mirrors were placed in certain places to where if you looked at it a certain way, you perceive the reflection a certain way. Now this is just freaky right here. I don't know what this is, but this goes on forever. But super dope. Just a whole bunch of weird shit. That's one thing I love about this city is that there's a whole bunch of those type of places. Whole bunch of weird places. Oh, that's super dope right there. I like that. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, we're in the tilted room again. Oh my goodness. The Mob Museum was dope. I must say though, that helicopter ride was amazing. That was my first time ever being in a helicopter, And when I first got to Vegas, I did a lot of the touristy things. I did that initially when I first got here. So I went to see the Hoover Dam. I went to the Grand Canyon. And another thing I did was jumped in this helicopter. That was my first time being in one. So just seeing the landscape from that perspective, I swear it was amazing. And that's what made me want to go to Cosmo, because I was just like, this fucking whole building looks like a whole bunch of diamonds, right? They had the little diamond bar in there, but like from the outside, I'm like, yo, this shit is fucking crazy. I gotta see what's in there. And there's so much shit in there. Like, you know what I mean? Like I only went to 2 of the speakeasies, and there's 5 that are in there. And so the 2 that I went to were easier to find, but the other 3 are kind of exclusive. Like, you gotta know about that shit or know someone that knows about it. Like, it's not listed on the map. I'm like, man. But every week I venture out and just try some shit, and that's how I brought my new year of life in, and that's how I plan to live life. Social media is a drug. I mean, it's about you, and that's why when I went to a lot of these places, because I went to Cosmo. There's a lot of really cool spots in Cosmo that I went to that I didn't film. Why? Because I'm like, damn, I love the experience. You know what I mean? I'm just so over every time something happens, people pull out their phones, because you have to show someone else it happened so they believe that you have an interest in life. We got to do better, So I'll post when I post, if I post. And I hope you love the content, and I appreciate you for checking me out.